Hi. Hi, everybody. Hi. Hey, bitch. Hi, besties. Hi, Ellie. Hi, Joey. Woo! Hi, everyone. I'll let y'all come in here for a sec. Ooh, the dog is mad, too. Hey, Rob. Hi, Travi. And, of course, Alex just gets home, so the dog's gonna go crazy. Hi, everybody. Hi. Where do I start? There's a few things I want to talk about. First of all, I just want to say thank you. Thank you to everybody. I am feeling so much love from all of you guys, and I'm so, hey, Rover. I'm so incredibly grateful. And I'm super, super touched. Hi, Anya. I said it a little bit ago, or in other lives, or I don't know, elsewhere on the internet, that like Drag Race is crazy and it's super hard, and this year has been really difficult for my community and for me and for everybody in the world with the pandemic and stuff like that. And to have to experience Drag Race through all of that, and with a lot of the twists and turns that was, and not ultimately making my goal, which was top 4. It left a lot of wounds. It really did. It really, it was really hard, and I have a lot of scars from it. It was really difficult. It was a really, 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 really incredibly hard experience. But the amount of love that I have received, hi Chichi, last night, today, it's incredible. I'm trying not to cry. I've cried already so much, but I'm just really, really thankful for you guys. You guys are incredibly healing, and all of the love and all of the positivity and all of the kind words are they're incredibly healing, and I just really, really appreciate it. I love you guys so much. Thank you for seeing something in me, and thank you for just thank you for whatever it was that y'all connected to me on, or that you've attached to me with, or whatever it is. I just am really grateful at what y'all are seeing, and of course I see that in myself too, but I also saw, I'm hypercritical. I'm an Aries. I'm a figure skater. I'm going to pick apart everything about my experience, and there's so much that I want to improve. There's so much growth to be had. There is so much that I need to continue to practice, continue to learn, continue to evolve from. I'm forever going to be a changing and evolving character, and I know that there's so much that I need to improve on and do better with, and I'm really, really looking forward to being able to tap into a lot of that stuff and be able to grow. My mom always said if a flower is not growing, it's dead. So we always have to be growing and changing and evolving. Hopefully one day I'll be able to come back and slay it when the world is normal again, and I've had the opportunity to tour and make some money and network and grow, and bitch, y'all better watch out if that happens. But I'm so grateful for all of you guys. I'm so grateful for the love. It's truly been it's made me into a whole different person. It's like truly just made me into a whole new confident person, that like I'm seeing the actual, I'm actualizing this love in front of me, and this reception on me, which is just circulating back to me saying, oh, well, maybe it's because I'm good. Maybe it's because I fucking deserve it, or whatever. So I'm just really, really grateful. I do want to talk about a little bit about the challenge. the television is tough and it's crazy, and there are a lot of ins and outs about it. There are a lot of moving parts to it, and I can't really talk about everything. And one day I will be able to talk about what really went down with this specific challenge. But we had so many moving factors around us with this specific challenge, and with COVID, and with a lot of different things. How do I explain this properly? There aren't any excuses. There aren't any. Basically, RuPaul's Drag Race is all about adapting, and to future girls that want to get on the show, understand that things can change in an absolute instant. So please, for me, bring extra drag. Bring everything. Bring just everything that you own, if you can, and fit it in the suitcases, because things can change on a dime and you have to be able to adapt, and it's your responsibility. So just know that. And then with COVID and everything, obviously we couldn't have people come in. So I don't know. There was just a lot with this challenge that was really difficult. It was probably the hardest day for all of us. We really looked so tired in the workroom, and I think that a lot of people could see that. But we just kind of cracked. It was really, really difficult, and there was a lot thrown at us with this specific challenge that was really difficult to handle. But I thought that we all really did pretty good. And I also want to say that I'm absolutely, that talking head moment when I said that Olivia was the reason that I was in the bottom. There is some truth in that, because we were judged in teams, but I in no way want to deflect responsibility for the makeover that I had done as well, the job that I had done. This was not the intended look that I had prepared for the makeover challenge. I had brought something else and was unable to use it. A lot of things changed, and I had to adapt to it. And unfortunately, when it became a branding challenge, I had to maneuver around that and make sure I didn't have the extra drag to execute this properly. And I'm aware that my makeover was not strong. Even I knew, sending her out there on the runway, I was like, oh my God. Because it just was not what I intended. It was a backup costume. It was a dance costume. So it was tough. And at the end of the day, adapting, that's the whole part of it. And I thought I did pretty well, considering it in no way is something I'm proud of. And I even said it in Untucked. I was like, I know that we were the weakest looks. So I'm not deflecting responsibility on Olivia, and I hope that you guys understand that. I love Olivia, and this was one of the first times that I really got to connect to her in the workroom, and we built such a strong bond through that challenge. It was so difficult and it was so hard. I really need you guys to really, really reconsider how you send love and support to somebody, because sending hate to somebody else is in no way love or support to anybody in any way. Like, I do not get any satisfaction from you saying that, that I was eliminated because of Olivia Lux or anything like that, or sending her hate, or sending Candy hate, or sending Tina hate. There's no reason to be sending any of my sisters, who I am extremely close to, any members of my family, any sort of hate at all. So please, if you really truly love me and you're a fan of mine, the way that you can show support is by loving on me, loving on the rest of my sisters, and tipping us and engaging with our content. Okay? That's truly it. That's it's as simple as that, It's a television show. There's a lot that goes into it. There's a lot of moving parts. There's a lot of things that can't be included in it. There's a story, there's all sorts of things to it. So don't in any way send hate to Olivia. She's an incredible drag queen. She killed that lip sync. She deserves to say, she, you know, like sometimes the cards fall where they do. We were judged in teams. I knew that we were the weakest team. And unfortunately, song choice and how, you know, you can embody a song really does play into like the results. You know, you see it all the time. You see, oh, you know, this might be a song suited more for this queen or that queen. But at the end of the day, I still feel like I gave a really good performance and I'm really proud of it. I gave you soul. I tried to really like go for it. Okay, and this is one more thing that I want to make sure that is said in writing or it just said somewhere. Olivia put me in a gown, but the gown I could have taken the skirt off. And I could have stripped down to a thong bodysuit that was underneath and kicked and bucked and split and cartwheeled and done everything that everybody was saying that, oh, she didn't stay because she didn't do those things. I could have done all of that to a song called Shackles that is talking about emotion and passion and God and worshiping God. And it's an emotional, beautiful song. So personally, I felt it inappropriate standing up there to strip down into this tiny little bodysuit and to give them all of that to a song that's like, take the shackles off my feet so I can dance. Imagine. You know, I was really tired and I was really, there was not a lot of fire left by the end of the episode. I knew what was going on. I knew the situation. The conversation happened with who should go home and why and all of this stuff. And I felt the most, I felt so small from the very end of the episode. I felt completely small and just completely like I had no gas left in me. It was exhausting and it was a really hard day. And so I entered this lip sync. I remember standing there for 100% Pure Love right before that lip sync was about to begin. And I knew Komora was next to me and there was still a lot of emotion involved. But it was early on and I remember looking up into the lights and I had a conversation with myself and I said, you are going to give this performance everything that you have, every single fiber of your being. Because you have to prove to everybody, all these girls around you and everybody that this is serious and that you're not one of these bottom... Sorry, got a call. And I had this fire. I had this fight. I had this passion. I was like ready to go. And at this point in the competition, I was very tired. And I remember standing there and I had no conversation in my head. I was virtually blank. I actually really didn't even consider taking the skirt off. I did for a moment, but then of course I was like, probably not the best idea to a worship song. And you know, I do remember thinking one thing before this lip sync. I remember thinking, do you want to be Latrice or do you want to be Kenya? That was the one lip sync that was in my head because I was like, oh, this is the ballad of the season. This is the gospel song. This is the passionate song of the season. There's usually one. You know, that came into my head, the Latrice versus Kenya Michaels, season 4 lip sync. And Latrice stood in one spot the whole time and won the whole lip sync while Kenya danced around in circles. And Kenya went home and it was, you know, because she didn't embody the song. It's all about embodying the songs. It's all about, that's what drag is. And so I decided that I was going to give them passion. I was going to give them energy. I was going to take you to church. I was going to give you, you know, that. And I really felt like I did. And I'm really proud of it. I'm really proud of that performance. You know, but at the end of the day, she embodied it better. Olivia did great. She did fantastic. She embodied the song. Yeah, it was extremely difficult to see somebody else stay that was in my drag and then have to leave not in my own face. that was really, really hard. And it was really, again, just, there was a lot of anxiety around the whole episode. There's such relief finally just seeing it out there and having the Band-Aid ripped off and just kind of like, oh, it's done, because, you know, there's so much anticipation with like how you're going to be perceived or how it's going to look or something like that. And I'm so happy that it actually truly wasn't as terrible as I thought it was. I mean, we looked crazy, but, you know, at the end of the day, we had to adapt to the challenge and we tried our best. And unfortunately, that's where the cards fell. So what I need you guys to do is send Olivia an immense amount of love, because, there's no reason that she should be getting any sort of hate. You know, she did her job. We all did our best with adapting to the challenge, and she embodied the song better, and she won. So fair and square. That's how it is. And as much as you guys love me, again, if you love me, if you truly love me, you will love on me and love on my sisters, because just like I mentioned in Untucked, and just like I mentioned elsewhere, a sense of community is so important to me, and having a sisterhood was everything. It truly was everything. As cheesy as it sounds, I don't care what y'all think. I love my sisters, so to see you guys bashing them for this television format competition, it's ridiculous. And if you love me, you're gonna love on my family, period. Whew! Okay, so I said what I said I needed about the episode. I'm still going to share the intended looks for the makeover challenge later, and it's going to be really fun, and I have some cool content for you. I really hope that you guys like this video that I just released. The video, I want to talk about the video for a little bit. Okay, so this video has been something I've wanted to do forever. I have skated on frozen lakes before, and it's crazy. It's the coolest experience. If you are an ice skater of any sort, hockey player, speed skater, any sort of skater, you have to experience skating on natural lakes and a frozen lake and a frozen body of water, because it's like literally the most liberating experience of life. It is so cool, and it's just like so, like, you know, my drag, you know, it's been super inspired by nature and growing up in Alaska and, like, you know, shit around me environment. So, like, being able to skate, like, in nature like that is just, like, truly, like, so fucked. It's so cool. And I wanted to do this video in drag as, like, you know, this elevated kind of ice queen. And then, so I knew Laura and Will, who filmed the video. And I knew them through the internet. They're incredible. Laura Kotlowski, she does this for a living. She scouts frozen lakes, and she, like, literally, like, hikes for hours to find these frozen lakes, and then she skates on them, and she has all this amazing content online. Please go follow her at Laura Kotlowski on all platforms. She's super big on TikTok. But either way, she found this lake for me in Gunnison, Colorado. I flew down to Denver with a friend. We drove there. Now, this is the kicker. The lake was at the bottom of a mountain. And the lake was at the bottom of a mountain, and I had to wake up at 3 a.m. to get into full drag. I was ready by 6. We drove out to this lake, an hour to the lake, got to the top of the mountain around like 7, hiked, whoa, gross, hiked down this mountain in full drag, hips, padding, taped, wig glued, full mug, lashes on, everything. Hiked down this mountain, 2 hours, a 2-hour hike down to the lake. Got my skates on. Filmed for 4 hours, as many shots as we could. And it was actually, the temperature was pretty nice. It was like 40s, I think. It was 30s or 40s. It was actually pretty cool. It was fine. I was in a lot of drag, so it was fine. And shout out to Will Stratham, Laura Kotlowski, and Trey Chic for literally doing all of this with me. We hiked all the way down that mountain. Laura and Will were my videographers, and Trey was my assistant. And we shot for about 4 hours, got as many shots as we needed to, and then took off all my drag and hiked all the way back up that mountain at an incline for 3 straight hours, right as the sun came down and we had our last little bit of sunlight. We did that whole thing in one day. It was the most intense, grueling experience of my life. And lest you not forget, Denver, Colorado is one of the highest cities in altitude in the US. And I was dead. It was the hardest experience of my life. I literally almost killed my assistant, Trey, and I'm so sorry, and I love you so much, Trey. But we got the shots. We hiked all the way up. The sun came down, and I was just, like, dead. I was just dead. So to see that video in its full fruition, I know how much work and effort went into it, and it's just, like, so rewarding. And then, of course, I had the idea because the whole video is a love letter to myself. It is me encapsulated in one video. This ice queen in nature doing all of this, feeling free, feeling liberated. And I wanted to also give a shout out to Cordero, and like little Cordero that just had all these crazy dreams of being a star and being a skater and an artist and all this stuff. So I looped in the videos from home at the very end, and it was really emotional. It was really it's a beautiful video, and I'm so proud of it, and I'm so grateful to Transit Productions and Mason and Dylan and Irregular Girl and everybody that was a part of their team that helped put that shit together, because I'm so eternally grateful for these video pieces that I have to kind of commemorate my whole experience on Drag Race. So, hi Jiggly. If I was your sister, I would have charged you. Yeah, I know you would have. You would have charged me boots. But either way, it was so fun and so rewarding, and I hope that you guys really liked the video, because I'm so proud of it. But I just wanted to come on here and talk a few things out, explain some things, and just thank you guys so much again for the love. I'll answer some questions if you have any in the chat for a little bit. Yeah, just some of the most rewarding things. Like I got a message from my mom that was so beautiful, and she was just like, you know, oh, you were robbed and all this, but then she was very much like, it's just cool to see her engaging with the show. It was just really, really cool. And she's so proud of me, and she loved that video. So proud. But I love you guys. I really appreciate all of the love, everything that you've done for me this season, all of the interaction. Yeah, Jiggly 3-hour hike, bitch. Uphill, on an incline, in altitude. I almost died. It's not Olivia's fault at all. But just no TV and stuff like that, reality TV, the structure changes a lot. You know, we prepared something different for this challenge, and it had to be changed the day of. But yeah, someday I'll be able to talk about that more. But don't you worry, I'm definitely gonna be back. Did I get ready and drag before the hike? Yes, I did. At 3 a.m, so that I was ready by 6, right when the sun came up. And then we went out and shot them all. It was crazy. And I wanna praise ya. Yeah. Shackles is a good song. I would never perform that song because I don't feel like that's a song for me, you know? Hey, Glitter Money. But it's a beautiful song. I loved it. We were jamming in the workroom like, I just wanna praise you. Hi, Kitty. Hi, Derry. But you know what, you guys? The world's opening back up. I'm already getting some messages about bookings, and I am ready to travel. I am ready to see you guys. I'm ready to perform. I'm really excited. What about Rosenali? What do you mean, what about Rosenali? I love Rosenali. I love Rose. She, it was so funny. We hugged, you know, when I was leaving the main stage, and she just looked crazy. I mean, so did I, but like, it is funny. Oh, yes, I did guest on IMHO. If you guys are IMHO fans, I did do some video content with them on YouTube. That's going to be released soon, so. In Untucked, were you scared Candy would do the same to you as Tamisha? No. Little insider tea before Untucked began, we had lunch, and I obviously knew the results. I didn't eat. I was, like, sick to my stomach. I was trying to listen to the lip sync song into practice, and I remember I couldn't get through even just rehearsing it because it's such an emotional song and everything was going on like that. And I was very, very, very emotional, and I was just crying boots in the workroom, and to a point where everyone could see that I was obviously struggling, and even Candy herself came over before we even had the conversation in Untucked and gave me a hug, and even though she wasn't allowed to. And then when we had the moment in Untucked to explain myself, you know, I really did feel exactly how I felt. I felt like I was in a hard position because I knew that we were the weakest looks up there. And all tea, actually Candy and I had a conversation in the trailers that morning, and we knew that because it was top 8, we were probably going to get the question. And she was like, well, if they have the question today, I would just say somebody that's going to be safe. I would just say somebody's name that's going to be safe because, you know, then you're good all around. And I was like, T. And so I tried that. And yeah, she barked back or whatever, but that's Candy. She's reactive, and I was expecting that. But, you know, being able to have that adult moment in Untucked where I was like, let me explain. I was in a weird position. I said I don't really think that you should have gone home. I think that Candy slayed the challenge. And, you know, I was just like, I'm not about that life. I know that that's the structure of the competition or whatever, and that happens every year, but I hated it. And I was like, let me just say Candy and move forward. Ooh. But, you know, it was fun. No, it wasn't fun. That was hard. I love you guys too, though. You guys are so sweet. I just wanted to come on here and explain a few things and say that. I've got some really cool stuff coming up. I have some really cool... I'm going to be releasing a lot more ice skating videos, so stay tuned for those. I'm going to be doing some collabs with some cool people. I'm going to be doing some brand partnerships that I'm really excited about. There's a lot of really good stuff coming out, so... You know, even if I, again, didn't win the crown, I won the crowd, and I stay winning, so I'm okay. But I'm really, really proud of myself. Am I going to release music? I really want to one day, but I want to at a really high quality level, and I'm going to take my time with that a bit. But you guys are awesome. You guys have been so, so, so sweet. And, yeah, I'm just really grateful for all of you guys. Took today to just kind of, like, stay on the internet and feel the love. You guys have really been so, so sweet. And I'm seeing things here and there, like, whatever, disagreements or, you know, the episode is crazy. I think that this was one of the most engaging episodes that we've had in a bit. Alex has found something funny. But either way, I love you guys. Thank you for all the love. I have some really cool stuff coming out soon, so just keep your eyes peeled. Thank you. Y'all are so sweet. Excuse me. But I'll answer a few questions if y'all have any. Just leave them in the chat, or I guess I can look at these. Boo-ba-da-boop-boo. Whoa! I love y'all too. Am I excited for the finale? Yeah. I am. I sure will. You guys are so sweet. Would I say yes to an All-Stars invitation? Did you hear what I said when I walked out of the workroom in Untucked? Ding, ding, ding. When did I film the Colorado video? In February, I believe. So hard. Hi, Nikki. There you go. Mon chéri. Mon petit croissant. Hi, Marlon. I know, I saw that I was trending. Thank you for that. Mahal ko kayo. Oh yeah, my What You Packin' is out. I tried a middle part. I looked like a K-pop star. But it was fun chatting with Michelle. Have I ever pet a moose? Yes, a lot. Multiple times. I will be showing the looks that I didn't get to wear. Yeah. I definitely will. Thanks, Tim. The full circleness of me skating on the lake. Yeah, I've done that a few times, and it's something that is just like really captivating, I feel, and polarizing. It's a really cool image. Also, the full circle idea of me and my braid. The braid means a lot to me because I grew up with like this crazy mullet, and it was something that I was really embarrassed by growing up, but I like wanted to reclaim it because at the end of the day, it's cultural, and my mom kept our hair. It's a Tigua Indian kind of indigenous Mexican thing. And I always hated it. I was like, I look crazy. But my mom wanted me to keep it, and I finally was able to cut it off when I was like 13. But it was almost like a way to like bring it back and be like, little baby Denali. Hi, Abby Dobby, I miss you. Hi, gorgeous seashell flower monkey, honey bunches of love. It is so good to be here, honey. Hi, Thomas. I love myself. Namunga dala dala, yeah. What was my favorite challenge to do? The one I won. It was the move it out, it's a girl Denali. And actually, Snatch Game was very fun. Yeah, and the Rusical was really fun. Disco was also very, very fun, even though I looked fucking crazy. Any tea that didn't air? Yeah, actually, there was tea that didn't air from the Psychic, and this was something I was hoping was going to air. She asked me something about, like, is there somebody that was by someone's bedside when they passed away? And I was like, yes, my grandmother, who I'm named after. Denali was a name that me and my friend actually were like, that's a cute name because I'm from Alaska. But then the more I thought about it, my grandmother, who she's probably like the first image of like a strong woman in my life. Her name was Connie, and she was hospitalized. She had a lot of mental health issues, and she actually attempted to take her life when she was really young, like early 30s. And the Psychic was like, was anyone by someone's bedside in, like, before someone's passing? And my grandmother was hospitalized at a center in Alaska called the Denali Center. And she was actually quite a wicked woman, to be honest. But she really fought for life a lot, and she was really strong. She was so strong. And she couldn't talk or really move normally, because after she attempted to take her life, she had a lot of brain damage. And every time that I would come into the hospital room, she couldn't really interact with me. I was a really, really young little boy. I was like, I only knew her from when I was like 3 to 6 or so. 30, or yeah, maybe a little bit later. But every time I would come into the hospital room, she couldn't talk, but she would point to her dimples, and then she'd point to me, and that was her way of like connecting us. So we talked about that. We talked about that on the thing on the show. And I just, yeah, I don't know. It was like it was an explanation of my name. You know, a lot of people, when I was first announced, they were like, this is inappropriate because she's not Alaska Native and stuff. And I completely understand where that is coming from. But it was a dedication to my grandmother and that space that she was at, which was called the Denali Center. And I in no way wanted to offend or appropriate in any way. I just wanted to explain that was the connection to the name. Yeah. And so many people were asking me at the beginning, and I wasn't sure if it was going to air or not. So I was like, well, I can't really defend myself yet. I can't really explain myself. Let me just take my time and let it kind of air as it will. And, yeah, and it didn't air, but I just wanted to explain here that's what, but we talked about that. And there was also a moment where she talked about Candy's dad, and she talked about, I don't really remember anything else. Of course, I remember the Rosnali moment. She asked me what I wanted to do in the future, too, and I said music, and then she asked me to sing something, and I was like, I am not going to embarrass myself again by singing in front of everybody. And so I sang like a jingle that we all sang together, and it was kind of fun. Anyways. Sorry, Josh. Yeah, I was here. I love myself. Yeah. Thank you. Aw. Do you think the psychic was exploitative? No, but do I particularly believe? I was like, oh, we were paired together by energies? Interesting. Thank you. Thank you, guys. I do have more skating videos planned. Stay tuned. Ooh, yeah. I think I'll do a Rosnali live next week. We're going to do a Rosnali live. We're going to get out of all of this emotion. We're going to feel fun and silly and, you know, ourselves again pretty soon. So I just wanted to have a moment to be like, hey. Is it tacky that I put my Venmo up on my story? I was like, if y'all really think that I'm robbed, y'all should pay me. Who would I want to be paired with? Maybe a celebrity makeup artist? Who would I love to see on All Stars? Meat bitch. You guys are sweet. Not at all. 누구시요? 누구야? I love y'all too. Anyways, I'm gonna go enjoy my Saturday with my man. His brother's in town, and I've got a lot of work to do. Hi-lo! Fuck off. Miss me with that. Oh, don't cry. Thank you, Emily. Am I still weaponizing my big fat ass? You better believe I am. I love you too, Bailey. Bailey, thank you for helping me with the audition process. Bailey filmed my runway portion of my audition video. Shout out to Bailey from Rodiva. Okay, I think I'm gonna hop off. I love you guys so much. Before I leave, I want you to go shower my girls with some love. I want you to shower Candy with love, Tina with love, and especially Olivia right now, okay? Go give my sister some love, and I'll see you guys later, okay? We've got a lot of cool stuff coming very soon, so keep your eyes peeled. I love you guys. Cause I'm icy, spicy for you, I'm too pricey. Going for the ghost one, I get a little feisty. Strong like a Megatron, long like a marathon. AK to Babylon, I'm a phenomenon. Love you guys.